Alright, so Swarm Special Forces. Anything I should know about this one going in?
I guess the best hint I can give you is that at the start, don't run away from the hive.
Okay.
Many people have died by trying this.
Okay.
Well, it's a team game. The more players, the easier it gets. But if you play on the lowest difficulty, it should be easy.
We can just go in. We can just go right in and see what it's like.
Well, as in most special forces maps, you simply control one hero unit.
Okay. Zerg Swarm has hunted for many years and is nearly extinct. Local swarms evolved a new trait to directly absorb the biomass of fallen enemies and convert them into powerful upgrades. Oh, Arbiter. Alright. Alright, let's see. Well, looks like my only choice is to play a Spitter.
Yep.
Okay. Underneath credits it says ready.
Yeah, it must be done ready if we want to play Mutation. Okay, okay, first thing first, as long as you are near the base you should be somewhat safe, but the most important thing is that at your overlord you can upgrade your stuff.
Ah, at the Overlord, okay. And you've already got hundreds of points. Well, looks like nothing too difficult so far.
One extremely important thing on this map is armor.
There's 3 lanes. And it looks like the right lane is getting overwhelmed. The range on my roar kind of sucks.
I guess I maybe should get some upgrades. So now we should be fine on all lanes. I'll start pushing a little bit.
So I noticed there's a few random Zerg units over here, like a Lurker and a Zergling. Am I able to buy those?
Yes and no. There are achievements in this game, and when you unlock them, you unlock new units you can build.
Okay.
For example, as you can see on the top left, we have the mission to capture a scientist. And if we have captured a total of 10, if you have captured a total of 10 scientists, you can build lurkers.
Where do the scientists exist?
They hide somewhere on the map.
Alright. Well. Let's go looking for them. Hey there, Chenla! Buster, Hermes. Anyway, looks like the base is holding together for now. I need to find Essence Stage 1. Ooh. Siege tank.
If we play on easy difficulty, we won't find any Essence. Essence is a second collectible like Scientists. Find, but it's more difficult to find than the high difficulty. But if on higher difficulties, we find way more of it.
Oh, then maybe we'll just speed run it and then see if we can get a larger group to play.
With larger groups, it's way quicker.
Look at the tiny siege tank. Oh, you can spit banelings.
That's my ability. I play as a bowler, so I'm bowling banelings. That's the most AoE there is. Each of the different heroes, so let's say different stats. And my bowler has lower armor, but therefore a higher damage and way higher splash.
Huh, I can just do the upgrade without coming back for it.
Yeah. by the way, the Overlord is spreading creep, and creep is pretty useful for several reasons. Oh, and follow my. Do you maybe see a hidden thing right to my Overlord? A cloaked Overseer. So now he's not. Do you see this Overseer?
Yeah.
We need to find it. It's randomly flying around this map, and we need to find it in order to get on the next map once we have finished this map. So since we've now
There's
already
multiple
destroyed
maps?
there are multiple maps.
Oh.
Currently a total of 2 maps. The first map are Terran enemies, and the second one are Protoss enemies. And they're currently, well, somewhat developing the third map for. Well, they're not very far with it yet.
By the way, is everybody able to hear Nico? If you're not, I'm not sure there's much I could do to help, but...
Alright, maybe I should open the chat. Might be useful. Also, I don't think you already posted the link.
Oh shit, you're right.
Called.
I need to get that link. Yeah. Good call. Let me get that. That shouldn't take me but a moment. Okay. Let me see. Here. Control V. Boom.
Other US Overwatch could spit down there to kill them. That's one of the disadvantages of a bowl. And shoot down.
Oh, you can't?
And I'm bowling Banelings, and they.
Oh, you found a bridge.
Yeah, we destroyed the command center that was over there, which opened the bridge. Over there is a boss that we could fight if we were.
Alright, I'm coming around right now. Here I am.
Did you already finish all your damage and armor upgrades?
Yeah, I got the damage and armor ones.
Okay. I personally like attack speed after those 2. Well, for destroying enemy spawners, we always get 1 mutation. And mutations are required to buy attack speed upgrades. So in order to get those upgrades, we need to progress on the map. Can't just farm at our hive. Yeah, on easy difficulty, all the bosses are extremely simple. Once we do higher difficulties, they unlock more abilities.
That was a boss? Oh, okay.
On each higher difficulty, and on easy, they simply don't have any abilities.
Alright.
By the way, on this map are ghosts, and ghosts are cloaked. And the only way to decloak enemy units is that they must enter the creep. Which is one reason why I always have an Overlord with me, since like this I can spot in case they are. But on the left side there aren't any ghosts, they are only on the right side. And on the middle path. And the
doesn't seem like anything's able to hurt me. I could just walk all the way in.
Yeah, we play on easy, and you play the Spitter, who is quite balanced, so he has a pretty proper armor. And armor is pretty critical in this map, since once you have more armor than the enemy, like half the point of damage with every enemy attack. So you are pretty much immortal unless there are too many enemies that attack you too quick. There's one exception. Since we still play on easy difficulty, it's still not really a subject that would matter, but every time when you destroy an enemy spawner, a few willow mines are spawning that simply hunt for you and then explode. And those deal huge amounts of damage on higher difficulties. For now they probably can't even hurt you, but once you go to normal or even hard difficulty, they might start dealing damage to you.
Okay.
So destroying spawners can be dangerous later on. And the right and left paths are split into 3 paths, and when we destroyed all spawners of one path, the next path opens. Or we can also simply the supply depots, then the path immediately opens and starts spawning new things. Which just happened.
Oh, hey, more upgrades have suddenly appeared.
Yep. We get new upgrades and
Mercenaries have started to attack from another area.
Now they also have Reapers that can throw those grenade things at us. Yeah, with every new path we get new damage and armor upgrades. So that
Well, it didn't take long to buy those.
Yeah.
Hey, supply depots.
Yeah, we can destroy them, but then there will be enemies spawning from there.
I don't think it's too much of an issue.
Okay.
Nothing can really hurt us yet.
Then I guess I'll clear out this area and we can already progress over there. Did I want to? Hadriex over there.
Still haven't seen a scientist I can capture. Hey, Lily. Didn't see you the last couple of streams. How you been doing? Yeah. Ah. The Reapers hang out at the bar. I can see that. Let's get that attack speed up. Starport, Armory. Does the Starport even spawn anything?
Yes.
I don't see anything coming out of it.
Well, the enemies only spawn every 20 seconds. Well, yeah, on easy difficulty it's really easy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that. Fusion core doesn't seem to be spitting enemies either.
As I said, all buildings, all of these buildings are spitting enemies just every 20 seconds.
Yeah. Well, this one's meant to be like a... How many player map was it, Nico? 6 player?
Yeah.
We're playing it on easy mode with just 2. So, you know... We're each fighting, like... everything. Basically.
And now we could go to the second boss.
Keystone.
Most special forces.
Oh, well, I need to get one more person, and then we're gonna do the Protoss multiplayer campaign. Oh, are you a boss?
Yes, he's a boss. So, how about we now go capture the scientist?
Where is he?
He is over there. I randomly saw him when passing that.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's go get him.
The said if anyone captures him, all get the reward for it.
Oh, okay.
So
But yeah, those multiplayer campaigns we had done a while ago, Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm, the community, the guys have been working on the Protoss one for how long? How long? A year? More? Long time.
Probably something like that.
Anyway, that's... Let me see. Is that tomorrow? Hold on, let me pull up my schedule real quick.
You play, I think, some idle game.
Tomorrow's Synergism, and then some Caster Magic, and then, okay, the day after that, so in 2 days, assuming we find a third player, we'll be hitting the multiplayer campaign. That's the plan.
Well, you already planned to play today, so plans can be crushed.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, the Starcraft 2 is free, but the campaigns, besides the first one, are not free.
Let me go ahead and make a small change here.
My voice is familiar, or his one? So yeah, if you want to play the campaign together with us,
that should be a little bit better.
So it's sadly not free. Also, it's pretty difficult.
Hey there, Reaver.
Well, I guess since you don't want to, I guess I captured the scientist.
Oh, shit. I thought you said that once somebody gets the scientist, we all get the scientist.
Yes, but I thought maybe you want to do it better.
Ah.
To capture a scientist, you must first damage him, then he's stunned, and then you overlord must pick it up.
Okay. What happens if your overlord were to get shot down?
He is invincible, but when he gets shot, he gets stunned and can move.
Okay.
For a very short time. So, yeah. You can just basically take him with you wherever you want without having to worry about him. The worst thing that could happen is that he gets stuck. Because he gets shot constantly by something like a bunker or auto turret or too many marines.
Yeah, so something's attacking him right now.
Yeah, on the overground.
I'm not too worried.
Taking an overlord with you is especially important on higher difficulties, since creep also provides you with life regeneration.
Yeah, me and Nico did a lot of Starcraft 2 together a while ago. A ton of, we were doing, what was it, every week we were doing co-op for a while?
Yeah, for a really long time. Until we got bored of co-op. It's also been a while since I've played co-op.
Damage, armor.
Alright, upgrades. Higher difficulty, that's so much more important. One good thing about the bowler is that even if I can't see the ghosts, I can still hurt them simply because of a huge splash. And my bowlers are able to actually hit invisible targets since they bowl anything under it. And I maxed my attack speed, that's nice.
Might want to go back and clean that out.
The game mode is maybe a little bit boring since enemies don't really have any ability that they could use.
They're actually doing damage to me. Not much damage, but hey. I'll take a regeneration upgrade, why not? Yeah, definitely chewing me down, but they've got a long, long, long way to go.
Also, as I said, that the splitter is pretty doable.
Yeah.
Also to help new players not dying instantly.
The bridge to the hammer is open. Where's that bridge, though?
It's right in front of you. While you're going towards the push.
Ah, cool. I don't know, if I was the Terran, I would have run away a long time ago from this thing.
From your splitter.
This thing is basically a tiny Godzilla tearing through the city.
On high difficulty, this sadly changes a little bit.
I'm sure. I'm sure when we up the difficulty, it's going to be a whole different animal.
Actually, your class is the only one that's not really used on higher difficulties anymore, since he's, let's say, too average. He's good in everything, but at the same time, not really the best in anything. Since he is too average. The others are more specialized and the others are more used.
Well, unless I actually unlock them.
You unlock new heroes by beating bosses, and that gives you points. So, to enter the next map, we first need to defeat the observer, which we already did. And then we unlock a new ability on our overlord that we can use. That's simply called Fly to Protoss.
Let me see.
And once one person clicks it, everyone flies over there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the achievements right now.
Most ones are pretty basic. I guess I could have tried to give you the kills of the bosses.
No, that's okay. Alright, go ahead. I guess we can just go.
Oh wait, you got all boss kills. That's interesting. Yeah, just click on the button on the overlord if you want to go.
Alright. Triggered. Well.
Since our hive survived the first map, we now have an upgraded hive that gives better bonuses.
It's gotten 7 kills. The hive gets kills.
Yes, it has a so-called hive hour. That gives us buffs and the enemy debuffs, and one of the debuffs is that they get damaged over time.
So there's only 2 lanes this time.
Yep. I guess each of us can take care of one lane. On this map, the buildings lose void mines if you destroy them. They're a bit different than the mines you used to see. I can't remember their name. Whatever. The void mines are a little bit different due to them not dealing instant huge amount of damage, but instead they use a black nova that basically immobilizes you and reduces your armor and deals damage over time.
What happens if my character falls?
Then you lost.
Oh, you don't respawn?
You don't respawn.
Oh.
If you would actually be in a position to actually die, I would probably have told you that earlier.
Okay. Well, it's just important to know. So this encourages me to play cautiously when we're on the higher difficulties, at least.
It's one complaint why new players sometimes complain. Since first they join a group that wants to do a higher difficulty, and then they die immediately since they think, oh, I have an OP roach, let's go outside, and then they die.
Yeah.
And then they have to quit. You also don't get any achievements anymore once your hero is dead.
You can not only play the single-player custom campaigns, you need the dependencies in the editor. There's a lot of campaigns, custom campaigns. There's a whole ton of them. I was just looking at them earlier. Sonic Warriors have started to attack us. Oh.
That's me. I destroyed all the spawners in the first area.
Yeah.
which means you also again have new upgrades.
Yeah, my DPS isn't quite on your level, I'm afraid.
Well, theoretically my damage shouldn't be that much higher than yours even for achievements. But I guess I do have the bowler who has way more AoE and has more damage than the roach. So, yeah. I guess I do have that DPS easier.
Don't stop following. Yeah, looking at the map, it looks to me like you've covered way more ground. Let me see. Currently, I'm level 40.
Attack speed is pretty low.
Yeah, only 2 levels behind. My attack speed is maxed.
Yeah, me too. But I guess since I'm a bowler, I simply have a higher one, and I do have some achievements that increase attack speed.
Yeah, at this point the only thing I can
I guess
upgrade
that's
is
not what I
Regeneration.
Each single achievement might not be very much, but yes, in total they really do add up.
Speed runs. Huh.
Yeah, speed runs.
Revenge
most
1
difficult
plus
content.
100 starting biomass. Huh. Plus 1 to achievement score.
For the highest difficulty is extremely important to have a good starting biomass. Since
Get
otherwise
10
you just get killed.
Get 30 points. Get 10 victories over Terran. Does that play the map 10 times?
Play the Terran part of the map 10 times, yes. That's
Finish the
pretty slow
tutorial. Oh my gosh, so the tutorial actually gives you a bonus.
Yep. But only a small one, just a little bit of max HP. 50 to be exact. You can also switch to my achievements to see them and the rewards I get from them. And you click on the 2 to switch to the Porter's
Solos. Absorb 3 Psi Orbs. I don't even know what a Psi Orb is.
It's something that can spawn on this map here on hard difficulty or higher. It's Psyops unlock new abilities for your...
Looks like you got all the achievements.
Nah, not all. I'm still missing many.
Ah.
For example, I've never beaten hardcore on the second map. I am missing many solo achievements. And I'm also missing 1 or 2 speedruns. Especially on solo ones, I'm missing many speedruns.
Robotic warriors have started to attack us.
Oh, I do not.
I think that one might be my fault.
I'm nearly done with the Psionic Warriors. I really like the bowler. So much AoE that he is really good. If you're alone and have to kill many enemies. So I guess on easy difficulty, not very many enemies are spawning. High difficulties, then there are way more enemies spawning.
This is a lot of crap hitting me.
Slow difficulty, I think of Rogling and the lock the base without any problems. High difficulty, not possible. Oh, I took the path with the Dark Templars.
My energy regen is abysmal. I wonder if there's something that was
Also
tailed.
one... Yeah, we need to be careful. Oh, by the way, the life regeneration upgrade, well, the energy regeneration upgrade also increases your energy regeneration.
Oh, it
Just
does.
life regeneration.
Oh, you're right, it does. I was never able to unlock any of my abilities past Defensive Roar, unfortunately.
Yeah, you need to find essence and orbs to unlock more abilities. As I said, yeah, it's one of the maps that you need to play a lot to get really far. On the lower difficulties, most of those abilities are really not required at all. I think only for the 2 highest difficulties you actually need quite a bit of power. The rest is pretty much doable with the basic stuff you can get. Unless you want to speedrun that, then you need better stuff again. The FTL times, the faster than light.
Once you've got 2 people together, it becomes so much faster to wipe out the mob spawning.
Yeah. That's also one reason why you want 6 players, since it's just so way much quicker with more people. Just imagine we would be 6 people just racing through here. Be careful, that's the boss arena.
It is? Oh, okay.
He's a bit more special than the average boss, since he by itself does not do anything. He's just empowering buildings that spawn enemies, and casually also spawns some mini bosses if you have dealt enough damage to him.
Refresh? Refresh what thing? Missing context.
The boss by itself is this guy over here. Madness. That's the boss.
Huh.
Now he empowers buildings all the time, spawns minions, mini bosses, all that stuff.
I can't select him.
Okay.
Right, there we go. Tickle beam. Ha!
Well, I'll try to give you all boss kills.
There were some weird looking enemies that just showed up a second ago.
So now we can go to my part of the map. Over there is the other boss, and when I say other boss, I mean other bosses, since that's the
Alright.
fight against.
What's with this big thing in the middle of the map?
The big thing in the middle of the map is the third part of the map that opens up once we've defeated the other 2 bosses.
Okay.
On this part, as you can see on the top left, here we have to defeat 4 bosses. The last boss is basically here, and it's called Atlantis. And as a big Starcraft Atlantis fan, I really like this. The boss even looks like Atlantis from Stargate Atlantis, at least a little bit.
Alright. Let's have a look at this thing here. Thunder and lightning. Oh.
Side note, one of the abilities of this double boss is called Corona.
Yeah. So it shoots out disease, huh?
It gives you a debuff, and if you are nearby other enemies, you deal damage. If you're nearby other allies, you deal damage to them.
So it enforces social distancing.
Yes.
How do you get in there? Oh, I see.
Now the gates are open, and they're spawning into 2 different directions. And once we're here, they're again the same road. Oh well, it's you racing through there.
Yeah. Being indestructible, I'm just like, might as well just go in the middle of them.
That's true. I guess we can just simply rush to the boss and kill him, and then see if you find people for high difficulty runs for quicker runs or whatever, or do other maps since you don't like this map, I don't know.
I think this map would be more fun with more people on a higher setting. Right now it's kinda point and click and everything dies.
The speed runs for this low difficulty are basically just you rush through the boss, snipe him, and then you will rush the next boss and snipe him and ignore most buildings on the way, and enemies. So, and let's face Atlantis.
Ah, a mothership.
Yes, I guess it's the most fitting design choice for Atlantis, right? Or do you not even know how the Atlantis is looking since you have never watched it?
You're having trouble getting into the, into Starcraft 2, okay. You have defeated Protoss on easy. Alright then.
Website. There.
Alright.
Let's see, there are currently no open lobbies. I guess at this time no one is playing.
Ah. Alright. Fall of Aphadia. 12 players. Wonder what that's about. The description doesn't really tell you much.
Looking through other arcade maps?
I'm just looking at other maps while I wait, yeah.
Do we want to wait for other players or simply start?
Well, let's see if we can get any other players. We can give it a couple minutes. Reaver suggests that the corona is the sun's corona.
Sun's corona, but they are applying a debuff to you.
It sounded like a disease to me.
Well, maybe some of the people of the chat could join if they want and are able to log in the launcher.
Minerals and the thing. At the beginning, try to escape this thing. Then build your base and improve your economy and find a way to kill the thing. Does one of the players play the thing?
Probably, maybe.
Yeah, kind of interested in all these different campaigns. They got a Mars Sara Uprising campaign.
Oh, right, now that's the...
Doesn't tell you how many missions are in a campaign, though. Swarm controls seem to be dominant right now.
Sadly, the co-op campaign is not yet on the campaign page.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it to work. I think it was a general problem that it was not possible to properly direct you from one mission of the campaign to the next mission of the campaign if there's more than one player. So, yeah, for multiplayer campaigns, basically, still that you have to play them one by one.
Wings of Liberty Reversed would be really strange.
I think you've put a placeholder inside here somewhere that basically just tells you to look for the maps in the arcade section. Yeah, 3 players.
Protoss Covert Ops. Huh. That could be really fun.
Yeah, Nova Covert Ops is... What did you say? Co-op?
Oh, there was a Protoss,
Oh, I see, I remember hearing that a few people are doing stuff like Wings of Liberty Protoss Edition and stuff like that. Oh, I love this one Protoss Edition. I hear that after he probably finished this Legacy of the Void campaign, he also wants to do a co-op version of Nova Special Ops.
Oh.
Eventually.
I can see that, yeah. I don't think anyone's coming. Oh, wait, did you not make this map public?
I think I did make this public.
Oh, okay.
I can click on my public, so I guess it's public. I took care of that.
Yeah, whatever. I guess we'll just have to make do with just the two of us then. How hard a difficulty do we dare?
What did the chat say? I do not like these grainy maps. But I've already said that. Yeah, I can understand it. Wow. But it's also really fun if you play it over and over and over again. No, the enemies actually get abilities. By the way, I am actually at one of the screenshots that you can see on the right side.
By the way, in NGU Industries, how close are you to getting all the relics fully upgraded?
I have absolutely no idea since I haven't really cared about much for a long time. I'm just spending experiments and farming. I have tons of stuff everywhere, but I'm not spending anything.
Darn it, I'm not allowed to play anything except for the spitter still. Oh well.
Yeah, you need 10 points, I think, and that means one more one should be enough for you to unlock something new, since I think you have... Oh wait, we have 12 points, forget it. Do we want to immediately skip to hard difficulty?
Sure.
Or first do normal? Okay. On hard difficulty we actually have to pay a little bit of attention.
Yeah, I still don't have any units.
Yeah, those sadly will not be unlocked too soon.
Holy shit! I
Yeah.
guess. Damn! I was like, okay, I'm gonna be fragile. Let me just see what and then it just insta-killed me. I was like, whoa!
Did you get in range of a bunker?
I think so. I just instantly melted. I was like, okay, that's a little different.
Don't leave the hive area at the start of the map. Instead, you get a huge armor buff. Outside, you're much more fragile.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just... I did not expect that. Alright.
Well, I guess now you know what happens if you die, so let's...
Okay, I'll try this again. This is, yeah. The website censor anything Blizzard related? Huh.
I'm lowering comments. Are you sure that you have enabled live chat and top chat? Since in top chat a lot of stuff is censored or not visible for you. And in live chat most stuff is visible. Still not everything, but most.
Alright.
So, there. Just stay behind, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my guy on hold position.
Yeah, that's usually what we do. Oh, holy crap. I forgot armor upgrades. I think that should be enough. So now let's get a few splash rate and damage upgrades. So that should be enough.
Alright. They are definitely substantially harder now.
Yeah, we went 2 difficulties up, but about once we got all our upgrades, it should be fine again. By the way, since we now play on a higher difficulty, we'll have more armor and damage upgrades we can buy.
You might want to pull the well, actually the circling's doing okay now.
Yeah, after I've gotten some upgrades, then it's fine now. I'm not used to the start anymore, that's why I was a little bit slow with upgrading them. I'm done recording SC2, yeah. If you don't have
YouTube
good
reported
internet,
that
it can easily take several hours.
Oh, 2/3. That means that they have a 30% fail rate.
Ooh.
YouTube and deleting comments. Alright. much of my armor is based on me being on creep, I wonder?
You can see it. The +6 is...
Okay, basically half my armor then.
No, not creep. The +6 is your hive. Creep, you don't get armor bonuses. I'm usually trying to be as far away as possible from the hive while still getting the hive bonuses. Since the hive gives really many nice bonuses like more armor, more life, more regen, energy regen, damage, more attack speed, and so on. Basically everything.
Don't worry, in time our AI overlords will become 100% accurate. And then they can begin figuring out how to manipulate our emotions, how to manipulate our thoughts, until we are but flesh puppets for the AIs. Oh, you started advancing.
Yeah, sure. I don't want to wait for ages. Also, that's the only way to get biomass mutations.
I'm not sure at what point it becomes safe. Having stepped outside that last time and just insta-dying has made me a little gun-shy, I guess.
But in general, you have more armor than me, so you should be fine once you've maxed your armor. But we only have 6.5 armor, that's basically you die nearly instantly. So be careful. You should theoretically gain similar amounts of biomass than so I say. Should be catching. Luckily those.
So the biomass counts as Vespene gas, does it?
Yes, it does. That's
Or the mutations, I mean, is the Vespene gas.
Oh, I don't know which one. I guess it makes sense. Left one is. Oh, that's so 2 attack upgrades should make it way easier. Oh, right, that means we can also get a star.
Alright. Bosses are going to be a lot more interesting this time, I think.
Yeah, each of them has 2 more abilities now. Oh, good luck, I again found the observer. Yay.
What was that?
The observer?
Hmm.
I thought I already showed it to you last time. And more attack speed. Seems to me like you now have some armor upgrades, still not that many.
Oh, take some pride. You were born in the 80s. They don't make them like that anymore.
Look, a scientist. Catch up. By the way, the scientist gives the enemy's vision. So as long as it's not stunned and you try to take down the bunker down, it actually can shoot back.
Being born in the 80s means you got to grow up in the 90s. The best decade!
Well, do we want to fight the boss now, or first get a few more upgrades by doing other paths?
I'll let you make the call on that, because I'm not sure how hard it's gonna be.
Yes, I'll go for the path better safe than sorry, and let's just push more. It also gives us more biomass mutations if we need.
Yeah, I don't know how dangerous this stuff's gonna be.
The most dangerous thing about the abilities is that they often deal huge amounts of damage to you that ignores armor if you are not careful. Problem is I don't know which of the bosses gets which ability on which difficulty. I'm not sure. Let's see, I'm pretty sure that one of the abilities the Fortress is gaining, the one that we skip for now, is that he can cast.
Where do I add you on? Oh, friends? Shit.
Where do we add you on some forced stone for the SC2? Forced stone.
Let's see. I think Lily's asking how to friend.
Currently it's a little difficult since we're in game.
Donkey Kong Country, man, that game was awesome. I remember when they mailed a VHS tape out. Nintendo actually mailed VHS tapes out as a promotional, basically as a big commercial for that game. And we were impressed by the idea of 7 layers of, no, was it 7 layers of snow? I forget how many layers of snowfall they had. We were like, whoa! It can handle such graphics. Simpler times. There's not much I can do to turn up his volume, I'm afraid. I could turn down the game's volume some.
Well, I don't know how I could turn up my volume from my side.
I should get some regen.
I need a post in Discord. Damn what?
I think it's stable enough. Alright, let me see. I will turn down Starcraft's volume a smidge. See if that helps any.
Total slider. Well, I guess in OBS you should be able to turn up my volume, since you can turn each volume up to 2000%.
But you see, your volume is tied with the game's volume.
Really?
In OBS. Yeah, in OBS. I gotta get back to base and heal. I've been taking too much damage. Hold on. Oh, you unlocked more stuff. That might be why the enemies have gotten more difficult.
Actually, they shouldn't get more difficult at your side. If they only should get more difficult on my side, I think. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, because right now in OBS, I got things up to 200 to plus 26 decibels, which is as far as it goes. I got it maximized. So, I mean, I could turn down my microphone. Still haven't fully healed. Still sitting here slowly regenerating.
Yeah, regenerating really takes some time.
I need a medic.
By the way, you're sometimes outside of the range of the hive. You should hold position. It's outside of the hive or you don't heal very quickly. And there is actually one support class that can heal, that's the Queen.
Yeah, the desktop audio is literally as loud as it will go, guys. There is no making the desktop audio louder. And I've got in Discord, I've got him pulled all the way as loud as that will go too.
Really never ever complained about me too quiet.
I don't know.
Or what I could do, maybe try to get the microphone a little bit closer.
Alright, I'm gonna try to make this invasion thing happen again. Yeah, they're definitely
There's many small tricks in this map that you can use. For example, since you know that every 20 seconds enemies are spawning, usually try to open up the next part right after the point the enemies would have spawned. So that you have basically 20 seconds of free time without any enemy spawns.
Oh, more upgrades. This time I have all the biomass I could want, or sorry, all the mutations I could want, but not the biomass.
Yeah, since you now have more armor and damage upgrade, you spend way more biomass for those, since they get more and more expensive the more you get. But therefore we also have more enemies on this difficulty.
Yeah, I'm taking damage again. I think I'll have to push with you after this. Pushing by myself is just not happening.
Yeah, I'm also already at half-life. Also take quite a few hits.
Just back up and spend a moment, medic.
Also don't forget that on... Okay, you have the overload with you. Good. It's on your path.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, but he's getting stunned by shit shooting at him that I can't see.
Usually you would simply try to get closer to the cliffs than this, so that you tank for him and then you can be moved away. Since as long as he is stunned, he's also invincible, which means no enemy will try to target him. So they simply switch target to you. Also, I think very soon you don't have to help me pushing anymore, since I'm nearly done pushing on this side.
Yeah, I'll need you to come over here and help me.
Ah, those mines already deal good amounts of damage again. On hardcore, a single building losing mines can basically one-shot you, even tanks. It's really dangerous. Unless tanks use the ability that makes them nearly immune against mines. Ooh, I found the essence. I'll show it to you later.
Okay. Bad attack speed again. Feel bad having all these mutations I can't spend.
Yeah, you usually always have this problem on map 2 since you only get... well, let's say you get more mutations than you can spend. When there only was map 1, you usually weren't able to get all the upgrades possible since you were lacking the mutations. But now with map 2 you get way too many mutations.
Bridge to Flamer now open.
Yeah. I just clear out the last few spawners.
Do you need help?
One trick that many people are using is also that they simply open paths, and then farm all the more enemies that are spawning to farm biomass. I guess you could do that.
I'd rather not open another path. My health is not the best.
I don't know if I can do that. Oh well, I'll now open the two other paths on the right in defense so that we can ignore it. And then we simply go to the left and beat the 2 bosses and then at farm biomass. Biomass is also a huge problem for speedruns.
Okay. Still holding together. Pushing despite my health.
Yeah, just come back for now.
And finally, all this crap that's been shooting at my observer is going down. Okay, just gotta bring down these bays.
Well, you've nearly cleared out all the spawners.
Slowly chewing through.
Open.
What? You opened it?
Parts.
Oh no, I'm not quite done here yet, and I was gonna take some time to finally regenerate. What have you done?
It's open. And 3 respawning. Okay, they won't come this path. The top path to go back, then that's pretty safe. Since they always go the bottom path. Like enemies.
Alright, I'll just hang with you. Hopefully that'll buy me some time to— oh my gosh, you ran away!
I told you.
I need to regenerate!
Yeah, go back to the hive and regenerate. If you want to regenerate, go at least into creep. To simply go to the hive. I mean, you said you need biomass, that's why I've prepared a spot. Alright, I mean, great, thanks to 2 openings, that's just it. Which enemies does he have? Okay, I think he has the missiles.
You're looking at the fortress? You want me to come down there and fight it?
No, you just should first max your HP again. I'll explain you the few things I know that, well, the abilities I think you will have. So sometimes in cooldown a few moves that will repair him. We try to take them out with our AoE or something, they're not too much of a problem. And sometimes he will shoot missiles, which means you will see many red crosses on, usually. And then he will shoot a missile towards this place and it will explode right at this place. And you will ignore armor, as our spell damage does. Which means you really need to dodge all the spots. Usually when he uses his missile ability is that you have to run around constantly to not get hit. If you don't dodge, you can.
I don't know what other people think about when they think about having a time machine. I always think about shit like, what if I just went back with all of the Starcraft 2 stuff right now and handed it to Blizzard while they were still developing the game? Like, still working on Wings of Liberty. I'm just like, here you go, here's all 3 campaigns.
Problems you first would have to get the code, otherwise it's useless to them.
Well, I mean, you got a time machine. I'm sure you can figure out how to get enough money to do whatever the hell you want. It's just like, then you've got a new timeline where they're developing the game and they have all these resources already at the beginning. Already made. Hell, even just handing them, even if you didn't get the code.
That's the missile attack.
If you didn't get the code, just showing them a blueprint of what their finished game would look like would probably be, uh-oh, what's all this now?
Mules.
Mules to repair it.
Dodge. That was close. Okay, and I fear I'm ahead.
Alright.
Yeah, I got the kill. Oh, yes. Careless. Well, now let's regenerate back.
Yeah, I just took another regen upgrade.
Bosses give huge amounts of mutations, that's probably also useful.
Another one I really want to do is go back and hand there's certain authors I just want to hand them their own works, but I'd especially like to show Arthur Conan Doyle how he'll be remembered. And of all things, I'm like, here, watch The Great Mouse Detective. Just to see what his reaction would be. I don't know, I think about weird shit like that a lot.
Like in the old, back then, I guess many people were not really able to imagine how the future would look like. Nowadays, it's totally different with all the sci-fi stuff we've made up everywhere.
Yeah, there used to be, at any given time, there used to be a specific image of the future. Like, you look back in the past and all the sci-fi, or at least most of it, would have a certain, oh, that's what that is. You know, for a while they'd picture the future as being like these tall rockets and, you know, Flash Gordon type stuff. And then at other times they'd picture the future differently. But somewhere along the line, sci-fi just got crazy, and we just imagine all kinds of crazy shit now.
Also, we have a much better understanding of how the world works, and so also what is theoretically.
Or at least we think we do. So the next generation can look back at us, laugh and point. Oh my gosh, can you believe they thought that light speed was as fast as you could go? Ha ha ha, those fools!
Yeah, maybe. And by the way, you can come to me whenever you want.
Ah, you're over there with the... okay. Yeah, coming.
See, the Flamer has one ability where he puts down an AoE field on the ground that deals damage over time, and you obviously want to dodge. And I think sometimes he also uses that simply is basically like a fire beam that he shoots towards one.
What's the score based on? Is that the number of buildings?
That's the achievement score. Each achievement gives
okay.
a specific amount of achievement score.
Okay.
By the way, can you see this cloaked unit over here? On the ground.
The portable hole inside of a portable hole plan, eh? Oh, talking to chat.
Oh, okay. We did not really listen to what I said.
Sorry, what did you say?
I asked you if you can see this cloaked unit next to my bowler.
No.
Can't you see it moving on the ground?
Oh, I see it.
That's a lava. And when we put creep over it, it becomes... and now you can kill it.
Kill it? But it's a larva.
Yes, kill it.
But I'm a Zerg. I'm supposed to like larva.
And that's essence.
Oh. Okay. Alright. But that's not enough to become Essence Stage 1.
That's correct. I think you need like 10 essence.
Oh.
And each part of the map has one essence, I think, on hard difficulty. Yeah, go outside of the field. Simply don't go in field again. And that's this laser beam. and that should be it. And I probably again stole the kill from you. I don't know why I can't remember it.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, probably.
And so you didn't get that essence, only I did?
No, we both got the essence.
Oh, okay. Cool.
As I said, all those collectibles are collected for everyone. I just let you collect it so that you don't know how to collect it.
Okay.
There are like, I don't know, 20 spots on the lava can show up. And once you are able to see
Your banelings are just ridiculous. Everything just disappears.
Yeah. That's why I like this class so much for ones with only a few people, since they're so great in clearing those waves of enemy. Hydras are really good boss killers, but they just can't clear waves, since they don't have the AoE.
Put a bed in another bed. And if you go to the Nether and put your bed there, it'll explode. I don't even play Minecraft, and I know that.
Well, I have heard it once, but I really forgot about it until you said it again.
Speedrunners use it, apparently. They just basically use beds as explosives.
Interesting.
Also, apparently, it's one of those. It's also apparently one of those things that they always do to noobs when you're streaming. The people in chat will be like, "Yeah, put a bed down so you can save." Or, I think that's what a bed does. I'm actually not entirely sure what a bed does in Minecraft, but I know they explode.
Yeah, a bed lets you skip the night and sets your respawn point. I lately also watched a noob playing Minecraft for the first time. And there are so many new things in Minecraft I've never heard about before, because I've played it for such a long time.
They keep updating it. There's lots of stuff with that, but personally, I find the mods kind of fascinating. Sky Factory seems cool. Industrial Craft seems amazing. And some of the fantasy ones where you can get all kinds of fairies and other minions and shit.
I think I saw one of the YouTubers I'm watching playing a little bit of Minecraft, and he seemingly was playing with a mod where you have to do all this stuff like iron and so on in the actually scientifically correct way.
Yeah, and
so you have to do a lot about chemistry and so on to get the resources you actually need.
That I wonder if that's because I know rotary craft sounds amazing, industrial craft sounds amazing. The Sky Factory sounds really cool, although some of it just sounds really weird. There's apparently a ton of versions, and they'll just have the most random shit like, oh yeah, these chickens will lay eggs that you can get iron from. What?
Speaking of games with mods, I lately again started playing Factorio with mods. I currently found a bigger group that plays it. So yeah, we currently play Angels and Bob mods together.
Oh yeah.
Don't go near him. Don't go into. Good no.
Yeah, I liked Angels and Bob's a lot. There's a bunch of other really cool mods and.
Yeah, those are noobs. They hop onto.
Yeah.
So
I've actually.
Bob's and Angels.
I actually found myself looking at Factorio on my Steam list the other day and thinking, I love this game. But it's...
Bob and Angels is so much work.
Oh, it is. But
also,
it's great.
I found one of the messages the Factorio devs sent to us players, where they say that they are currently working on an expansion for Factorio.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What are they planning on adding?
they said they don't want to share anything because they do not yet know what it will be. And I think they wrote this in January or February this year, and that it will most likely take over a year, which means maybe with a little bit of luck next year we can get an expansion.
I really want there to be a lot of stuff to do with the water. You could be doing a ton on the water with boats and stuff, but I think what the game needs most is a much more robust set of aliens to fight. I think that would be the number one thing for me to see, is to just, really, really trick out the aliens and make them, give them all kinds of cool shit. Anyway, guess you're ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm ready to go. Oh, I didn't save enough money for all the damage upgrades. Oh. With only 2 lanes to worry about, I think I'm sticking with you, though. Last time, things got so slow with trying to progress. I think wisdom would be to party up.
Just give me some time to prepare the defenses. So that should be enough. Go! This difficulty, the void mines will also actually deal damage.
I tried Roblox once. It was alright. I was interested. If I ever go back, I do want to play that Pokemon game that they had. What did they call it? Brick Red or something? I don't know. That one that actually looked like that would be a lot of fun. And it's just basically the Pokemon MMO that Nintendo is never going to make.
Probably, but I still think you probably should first play some other Pokemon games. Like
I have so many of them to play, including ones I bought that I haven't played.
Swords or Shield.
But I'm probably gonna dick around with the fan games and more fan games and ROM hacks. That's what I'm almost.
I still haven't finished Insurgents since it's summer, but it's also really fun.
Yeah, Insurgents is near the top of my list.
Yeah, you said you already knew about it back when they started developing it.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Pokemon fan games that I was tracking. Most of them never finished. Like they'd have like 150 awesome new Pokemon and everything else, and then they'd never actually finish making the game. And you'd be like, come on.
Well, from what I know, Insurgents is totally finished.
Oh yeah. Insurgents was one of the winners, one of the ones that actually finished. And I can tell you from personal experience, it is insanely frustrating when you're playing a ROM hack or a fan game and your group is just starting to gel, you've just finally got your team the way you want it, and suddenly you discover that it's not finished and there's no more game to play. And you're like, doggone it! It's actually really frustrating. So, yeah.
I mean, I haven't finished it yet, so I can't say it for sure, but I think it's finished. Oh, come look, I found another lab.
Oh, you did? Cool.
Yeah. How they look, you simply notice them when they're crawling somewhere around your screen. Even when they're cloaked.
Ah,
Especially
yes.
when they're cloaked. The only bad thing I can say about Pokemon Insurgents is that it's... Let's say the engine isn't that good and it's lagging quite a bit. Sometimes.
RPG Maker? Was it built using Possel's Pokemon Essentials?
I don't know what was used, I just know that it's probably nowadays pretty outdated.
I've seen it before. Especially if they're playing with the weather effects a lot. It tends to, I've seen it before.
But it's just a...
Hell, I've actually dicked around with Pokemon Essentials some. I also dicked around with the ROM hacking tools a bit too. There were a few things I couldn't figure out how to do, but I don't know. Anyway, stuff to talk about another time, I guess. Uh-oh. The psionics are loose.
Yeah, so you just destroyed the last spawner. Psionic path here has only 2 parts. Not like the robotics where it's 3 parts. At least I think they have 3.
Oh, there's a max level.
Oh yes, that's the max level.
In easy mode, I hadn't seen the level cap.
Levels, I sometimes sort of forget that levels exist.
I was looking a little more into Guardian's Crusade. I beat the game at like level 40 something. The walkthrough I looked at was saying I was supposed to be level 100 to fight the last boss. But the actual level cap was something crazy like 60,000. I was like, what?
60,000? 65,000, that sounds like a number limit.
Yeah, that's not
65,000 thing.
Yeah, not an integer, but one of those kind of things. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The
I don't think we
boss.
should already fight the boss. Again, more interesting with more dangerous enemies. Still not that dangerous. Oh, by the way, those shield, the void containments that look like shield batteries with special attack, and that is that they that their damage only reduces your energy, and only deals damage to you once you run out of energy.
Okay, which explains why my energy is constantly down. Figured something was messing with it. It's not like energy is very important to me, since all I can do is boost my armor a little with it.
Yeah, for you it's really not that much important. Other classes it's more important. For my class, for example, it's also not that important. Really important, it's really important for tanks, since they get a lot of survivability with their abilities, which is really important.
Feels kind of like the spitter I'm playing should be a tank.
Yeah, the first spitter ability is purposely done to be defensive, so they let noobs have. Earlier, it actually was the opposite. Earlier they had a dash ability, and guess how often used this ability at the start to simply dash inside enemies and they just get killed because they're too close to enemies.
Yeah, and then the dash is on cooldown, so you can't get back out. Yeah. I have 88 freaking mutations to spend.
Yeah, as I told you later on, we just have way too many of those. Yeah, Starcraft is slow. Well, it's huge, I guess that's the problem, not slow. Well, the only question is, what would you want to play with us? Since the campaign you probably can't play with us without buying it, and even if you would buy it, without some general practice, you probably won't do whatever, since it's really difficult.
I think Reaver figured out how to build cryo sleep. You just put a bed inside a bed. Inside a bed.
Maybe don't open the path yet.
Sorry, I'm not intimately familiar where everything is in this map yet.
Yeah. things are basically the equivalent to silos. They get walked throughable once we've destroyed all the spawners.
Oh shit, hold on, we missed something. There's one building over here pecking at our, there. Now they can move. Is that Colossus hitting our overlords?
Yes.
Weird.
Overlords are not counted as flying units. They're ground units.
But that's wrong.
Yes, but did you... no enemy... I think no unit in this game here is actually a flying unit.
Huh.
My Polar is also a Mutalisk who can fly. He is also ground.
Just need a few thousand more, and I can get another attack speed.
Next month. What I did next, then probably unlock this new path. So, next.
At the very least, I'm mostly indestructible now.
Yeah, as I said,
Mostly.
It's pretty durable. Even though you seem to have a little bit less armor than me without your ability. Well, kinda, but I guess kind of due to my achievements giving me armor.
That's 600 starting biomass, that's a bunch.
I think that I've also read that the dev of this map currently tries to change the way how armor works, because it's quite annoying that with enough armor you're basically invincible, and once you...
he wants to make it, he wants to change it from damage reduction to percentage based then, huh?
Yes. That's basically what he wants to do for the next update that adds path 3.
Got it.
Lily, one problem with what we want to do is that it's the legacy of the Void campaigns. Own it, you can't play it with us, since that campaign is one of the campaigns that you need to buy.
Does Lily not own Legacy of the Void?
I don't know it. He or she has at least to download it, so I'm guessing...
I mean...
maybe not? Who knows?
Anyway, if you got Legacy of the Void and you invite us, otherwise, yeah. But we do need a third person for the day after tomorrow when we go in and do that. My gosh, it's actually doing damage to us.
You sound well, even though with your ability you should have more armor than me.
Well, they drain my energy like crazy.
Oh, that should give you a little bit more armor.
Oh?
Yeah, now you have 0.5 more armor.
Woo! So much armors.
Well, the armor is multiplied by your armor modifier. So I don't know if it's actually 0.5, but I think it is. For me it's probably just something like 0.4. So I have a little bit less
Percentage
armor,
based is not necessarily at all. Damage reduction tends to be either it's percentage based will just take a percentage off of everything. It is actually more manageable as a designer. It's like, imagine you have two enemies. One of them makes 5 attacks at 5 damage each, and one of them hits you once for 25. Well, a damage reduction of 1 is going to cut off 5 points of damage from the guy that's swinging 5 times, whereas the guy that hits you for 25 once only takes a single point of damage off. And you can kind of see how DR, it tends to be swingier. It either tends to work real good or not do very much at all, whereas percentage-based remains cleanly the same no matter what you're fighting.
Yeah. That's also why in Path 1 Marines are really dangerous due to their high attack speed. Actually, bunkers are a big problem. So don't forget, they sometimes use the red ability against us that gives us Corona, so then we have to stay away from both each other and also Overlords if they would be here.
Oh, can the Overlords die from that?
No, but they can use Corona to hurt us.
Ah. Anyway.
Go away from this orb, quickly. Go away.
I'm trying. There we go. I don't know what happened. I couldn't command him for a second.
Okay, seems they do not yet have... No, we do have Corona. I see the debuff on myself. So, now they start attacking us from the middle.
Yeah, they were stunning me, so I... No, you're not invincible. At 50%. Nah. I've dicked around enough with game design to know that's not true at all. If you've designed the game assuming that at this point in the game the player's probably going to have 50% armor. Yeah. It's easier to work with, but players tend to prefer damage reduction. Players tend to prefer going into hordes of weaker enemies and going, haha, now I can't be hurt at all.
Well, I guess also the armor system is not designed to be percentage based, since it's not really useful for the main game.
Yeah, but basically, percentage based armor, as a game designer, you're kind of taking the lazy way out. You're making your job easier.
One reason why armor became way more effective against battle is its damage got changed from one huge strong attack to many really weak attacks, making armor so much more impactful against them.
Heroes of the Storm. I never did try that one. That one was kind of short-lived. Blizzard just kind of gave up on it.
The MOBA game.
Yeah. I was a bit disappointed because it's like, I don't play MOBAs, but it's like if there was one company that could compete with League of Legends, it would have been Blizzard. And then they just kind of didn't succeed. And it's like, aw, but Here's the Storm sounded so cool. I could play Diablo and Jim Raynor and all my favorite characters.
Could we just kill it Atlantis?
I have not a lot of hit points right now.
Oh, okay then. I don't know. Do you want to go back to the hive to regenerate or wait in the creep?
I mean, my regeneration is pretty good now.
Wait in the creep, I guess. ETs are really a big problem on higher difficulties due to their high damage.
Yeah, damage regen is slow.
Damage regen?
Yeah, you gotta be able to be on Discord so we can communicate, and gotta be able to be up at the time that I stream. Those are the two requirements.
Communication is key for success, I would say. I never spot this everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. If I ever decide I want to play with MOBAs, I'm more likely to try League of Legends, but I'm not all that interested in that genre.
Me too. I just don't like PvP games. That's why MOBAs are so completely irrelevant for me. Just like, how they were called? Battle Royale. Also never really
I mean, I might be willing to try PUBG, but honestly, Team Fortress seems like that one's more fun.
Team Fortress has nothing really to do with.
Well, I mean, I
Royale.
guess not, but I don't know. In my mind, I as a person who doesn't really play much first-person shooters, like but I guess they're different.
Person shooters, I lately bought Dead Space 2 and 3, since I never played them before.
Ah, well, those are third-person shooters. I tend to like third-person shooters.
Oh, right. I forgot this little detail.
Dead Space is a masterpiece. Dead Space 2 is, on the surface, it's more of everything, but it was, without getting into too much spoilers, you do go back to the Ishimura at one point. And that was the moment when I was at the edge of my seat, and it was so cool, and I was really enjoying the game. And then when you leave the Ishimura, I was like, wait a minute. The part of Dead Space 2 that really got me was when we went back into Dead Space 1. Okay, yeah, Dead Space 1, that's the game. And 3, you know what? You might as well just find a friend and play it co-op, because everything about the game wants you to play it co-op. It's not going to be a horror game anymore. It doesn't want to be.
I've read all about this in the comments, I know that about it.
Yeah.
What was it that I wanted to say? Well, whatever, I guess for now focus on the boss.
It was funny to actually hear Markiplier. I forget what he was playing at the time.
Go away.
Fuck! That got me. Oh, it killed me. That killed me almost instantly from full health.
It took a second, but yes.
That was very fast.
If you don't dodge boss abilities, they just kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 3 abilities. Wow. Yeah, I might die anyway since I'm not a boss killer, and without you I'm not dealing enough damage.
You might have to get away and heal. Damn, sorry. Sorry about that. That got just wasted my character.
I saw it coming. I saw how the laser beam was appearing above you and then started shooting, and your life was just raining.
Yeah, well. Raid Shadow. You know, I've been tempted to pull it out and live stream it just to find out how bad that game really is. Who knows? Maybe I'd discover I liked it and become a shill like everyone else on YouTube. But I have a feeling it's probably not a very good product.
I actually tried it out and I wouldn't consider this ad really bad, but it's made in a way that you want to spend money. The start is quite okay for a while without getting into major trouble, but at some point you just have to farm huge amounts of resources to really get anywhere.
There was this company, Synapticon, I think the name was. Every time I try one of their games, I'd be like, wow, this is really cool. And then I'd feel them fumbling around, reaching for my wallet, and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go play something else now. They would just make the game practically unplayable after a certain point, unless you spend money. And I'm just like, no, you assholes. Way to poison a perfectly good thing you had going.
It feels like many free-to-play games try to use this. First addict you enough to want to play it, and then show you one wall after another so that you need to spend money.
I had so much respect for 5P games. The player base often shit on them, but I was like, no, these guys are doing really good. They're making this big, expansive, excellent free-to-play game, and they'll let you reasonably earn anything in the game. You couldn't have everything without paying money, but you could have anything you wanted. And I had a lot of respect for them, and I was very sad when they went out of business because they weren't making enough money, because... Tragedy. Tragedy.
Also alone with a bowler really sometimes.
Yeah. It's funny, I still get comments about Dawn of the Dragons. People coming and talking to me about how much they miss it. I don't think we'll ever see a game quite like that one again. Let's see. What do we got here? You should live stream it and show it.
Wait, I've played a lot of
I
World of
might.
Tanks. And World of Tanks is a really fun game. And
World of
it's one of
Tanks?
the few MP games I actually liked.
I have a friend. I've known him since high school, and I see him, a few times a year. He's one of those World War II buffs, the type, and he loves World of Tanks and Axis and Allies and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've heard a bunch about World of Tanks from him. He collects guns from like World War II. He's really into it.
I don't know too much about all this tanks of World War II.
Oh my gosh, he will talk your ear off about every different model. And in Italy, there's this model and that model and this. And over here in Belgium, like, you know about the tanks of Belgium in World War II. Like I like certain areas of history myself, but not even I ever go that deep.
Well, when I played World of Tanks, I was surprised by how much strategic it actually is. Since you have to scout the enemies and so on, and you have to try to shoot them in a way that you can penetrate your armor, and at the same time move your tank in a way that it's difficult for them to penetrate your armor and so on. Really interesting.
Yeah.
Oops. Me idiot went into the stasis trap. How stupid me.
Shit, I shouldn't have kicked that. I didn't realize your fight was going to be huge and epic. I thought you were just going to kind of come back and finish the job, because he looked like he was mostly down.
Yeah, the problem is the bowler is not the best boss killer, and we play on a pretty high difficulty, so that he has lots of HP and also deals lots of damage.
Path of Exile. I need to try Path of Exile.
Path of Exile is really fun.
Yeah.
And the Mutation model is not bad. It really forced me to pay money, let's say it like this.
Yeah, I need more time to play all the games I want to play. I've got like such a library of Switch games at this point, and I've only played 4 of them?
I wanted to say 3, but maybe I missed one.
Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. A Pokemon Snap, Fire Emblem.
No.
Shit. What else did I play?
Kingdom Battle. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah. The Rabbids one. I have Sonic Mania, although I believe I played that on a different console originally.
I thought you played it on the PC, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I do own Sonic Mania. I do own, let me see. I played Breath of the Wild was on the Wii U when I played it.
Yeah.
Shit. I'd have to go to my library and see. I feel like there's one more. Oh, the Mario 3D All-Stars.
Oh, right. Schneider has played with you.
Yeah. I still need to do Sunshine.
Sunshine is a great of that game.
Yeah.
It's really unfinished and rushed towards the end. A few things are a little bit repetitive and so on. It has a lot of potential, but most of the stuff is really fun.
Yeah.
I'm about the stupid Atlantis core finally.
I want to pull out. I want to try Trials of Mana. I want to compare and contrast it with the original.
I think you also have Mario Odyssey.
Let's go Eevee. Seems like Mario Odyssey.
It's a really huge and fun game.
Hades. Man, there's just piles and piles. So many.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about Hades. It's one of the most popular games of the year when it came out.
Yeah. I dig that kind of
I've never
stuff.
played it, and it does not look like a game that I personally would enjoy. It's like Dead Cells, just genre I'm not too much interested in.
Ah, Dead Cells. Yeah.
That was a really slow finish. I should have just quit. I overestimated myself. So, do we want to continue some special forces or try out a different map?
I think I'm gonna take a little nap before I go to work. I've got a couple of hours if I lay down right now.
Yeah, I want to play like Sea of the Void with 3 players.
Yeah, we gotta see if we can get that third player by Thursday. Yeah.
Problem is that it probably would be the best if the third player would also be quite experienced, since it's a really difficult campaign.
Hey, if they've played through Legacy of the Void at least once, they're good enough.
Yes.
I'm not exactly in top form after having not played this game for, what, a year? More?
Don't worry, me too. But I've watched lots and lots of Boss League Heroes during the last few months.
Yeah. I liked watching, I used to enjoy watching Maru and some of the other pros play competitively.
Too chaotic for me.
But I just don't have a ton of time these days. There's a lot of things I'd do if I had more time. And one of those things is sleep, which I'm going to do now. So, until next time. Yeah, just drop a line. Just drop a line on Discord, because we're chatting through Discord if we do this. So you gotta have Discord. But yeah, drop a line in Discord. Anyway,
I think Hadriex actually does not want to play co-op anymore, since it's too boring with always the same maps.
the only yeah, I really enjoyed co-op, but if only they let the fans just make their own fan maps. If only. Because as much as I love co-op, it was the same missions over and over again. And eventually, as cool as the different commanders are, and as many options as they offered, it just... It got old. So I didn't even try basically the last 4 commanders they released. I didn't even play.
Never played Tychus? I thought I've played him lots of times when we played together.
I played him up to level 3.
Okay.
I didn't play.
My favorite commander.
Yeah, I didn't. Stetman is one of my favorite characters. I didn't play him even once. Anyway. Yeah. Until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Good